Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this edition of discussion on the Indian Express dated 13th of July 2022, and I'm back again with some of the major articles from the newspaper. So let's begin with our today's discussion. From page number 1 and 12 from GS3 economy section, there are two articles about inflation. So the first article is headlined as Retail Inflation Eases but still over 7%. The IIP, that is the Index of Industrial Production, hits 12-month high of 19.6% in May. Another article from the editorial section, First Price Stability. So the article says that inflation is likely to remain elevated even as the commodity prices are softening, and RBI must continue to prioritize the inflation management. From these articles, you have to know what is inflation, how is inflation measured, and what are its impacts. Moving further, on page number 7 from GS2 Polity and Governance, there's an article about the question regarding PM Care or the legal structure of PM Care's fund. So Delhi High Court, one-page reply to such an important issue. The Delhi High Court seeks detailed response in 4 weeks. From this article, first of all, you have to know about the Prime Minister's Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations Fund, that is the PM Cares Fund, and also petitions and issues linked to it. Further on, government's response and what is the conclusion. Moving further on page number 9 from GS3 Science and Technology, here is an article about vaccine Cervaravac. It is the country's first quadrivalent human papilloma virus vaccine, that is HPV, and it is manufactured by Pune-based Serum Institute of India, that is has given nod to the Serum Institute of India's HPV jab for cervical cancer. Looking forward to launching later this year, says the CEO of Serum Institute of India, Adar Poonawala. And from this article, you have to learn about the vaccine Cervaravac and what is its significance. Moving further on page number 10 from GS2 Polity and Governance, Andhra rejoins efforts on to woo 5 other states. So this article is about Andhra Pradesh deciding to join the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana from the ongoing Kharif season, and also the centre is reaching out to 5 other states: Bihar, Jharkhand, Gujarat, Telangana and West Bengal. From this article, you have to know about the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, what are its objectives, what are the issues related to it, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 12 from GS2 International Relations, this article is written by Mr. Pratap Bhanu Mehta. It is a definite read. Diplomatic bad bath. So India and China are not helping cause of peace in Ukraine. G20 diplomacy is about deflecting the blame. And from this article, you have to know what are the impacts of far-reaching geopolitical and economic crisis of Ukraine, the efforts for diplomatic settlement and other related initiatives, what are the issues and challenges linked to them, and what more needs to be done in this particular context. Moving on page number 12 itself from GS3 economy sector, the article is headlined as Mind the Terms of Trade. Concerns of domestic players should be taken care of while crafting the free trade agreements. From this article, you have to know what are the recently signed trade agreements of India and other countries, and also the significance of successful free trade agreements and what are the future prospects. Moving further on page number 13 from GS3 Environment section, the article is headlined as At Bonn, Belaying Green Hopes. So this article is about COP27, written by Mr. Somit Das Gupta. And from this article, you have to know what are the focused areas of the Bonn conference, what is the overview of some of the major issues, and what further steps need to be taken in this particular context. Moving further on page number 15 from GS2 Judiciary section, the article is headlined as Pressing Need for Reform. The Supreme Court has called on the government to consider a special legislation on bail. So from this article, you have to know what are the bail provisions in the CRPC and what reforms has the court suggested. Moving further on page number 15 from GS3 Science and Technology, what Webb's deep field image shows and why is it epochal. So the James Webb Space Telescope has given some images, and President Joe Biden has released the first of full color images from this telescope. And therefore, these images are known as the first deep field, as these are the deepest and sharpest infrared image of the distant universe till date. So from this article, you have to know what is the James Webb Space Telescope and what are its achievements. Moving further on page number 15 from GS2 Polity and Governance, the article is headlined as Assam's Muslims, why have some been declared as indigenous and some left out? From this article, you have to know what is the history of these Muslim groups and what led to the decision, and which Muslim groups have been left out of the definition of indigenous. All right. Moving further on page number 17 from GS3 economy sector, the article is headlined as India's demography at crossroad. Elderly may outnumber the youth. From this article, you have to know what are the findings of Youth in India 2022 report that was released by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and also what are the issues related to it and what are the suggestions given in the report. Well, with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.